This is brilliant.
You watch now. There's going to be a fucking 4,000 meter tall fucking toy in this.
And we're live.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Good evening, internet friend. I am Jay. I will be your dungeon master for this evening. Welcome to another episode of 20s for Days and the Underbed mini-series. Joining me as always, we have, three of our four
Chips here.
normal...
Hanging out.
Yeah, he's here. You can see him.
I can't see him.
Oh, well, if you look on the Twitch stream, he's totally there.
Ah, that's right. He logs into the Twitch first and then onto here.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah, you keep going. You do your
I'm
thing,
just going to
buddy.
keep going. I can't see him at all, though, on the meeting. So that could be a problem.
Nah, it's all
Anyway.
right, mate.
Five dickheads usually get together and role play and roll virtual dice. That's what we're going to be doing tonight as we continue our Underbed story. We'll quickly get the players to introduce themselves and their characters. So usual spin, guys, who you are, who you're playing, and fun fact about your character. And we'll start off with Nath.
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus. I am Nathan. I am playing the Butcher. Fun fact. Ambidextrous.
Okay. Next we have Rana.
Okay, so I am playing Theodore Braveheart, Teddy Bear Paladin, and this is not Teddy's first home.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh, no.
I can't see it.
You'll take your blur off, mate.
I don't want to take my door off.
Hey, there he is. There's
There
the
he is.
potato.
Right, there he is.
What a potato.
See, I told you
Right.
Jakey was here.
Okay, well, I can't hear him at all.
Looks just like him.
Hello.
Yeah,
How
so
are
quiet.
you?
I
The
get
what?
you. All right.
I'm a potato.
Hey?
Continue, Teddy.
Continue.
No, that's it. That's Teddy's random fact.
What was his
I
random
didn't
fact?
hear it because Addy interrupted.
This is, despite Teddy having come from a store, this is not his first home.
Oh.
Did he come from Goodwill?
The boot of a car, or
No, that was
Does
really
Teddy just classify, the guy on the sidewalk under the jacket? Like, hey man, you want some teddies? Like as a store?
I'd say a little bit like Toy Story, the collector's toys.
shh. We get
So
Get sued. We can't say that.
Yeah, Ninjago's for
like-
days, dickheads.
Yeah.
okay, like Stoy Tory, whatever you want me to call it. Anyway, he's like, yeah, he's a bit of a collector's edition or something like that. So he's been in a home before, but never got to interact. Possibly explaining why he knows things that he really shouldn't.
Girls, can you please leave the room?
you need to mute it properly there, matey potato.
Yeah, just covering your head. That doesn't do anything.
Okay, cool.
Still here.
Makes
Addy,
you sound like an
let's-
airline pirate.
Keep rolling, Addy.
I'm Addy. I will be
It's,
playing Ready Tarkspin. People may not know it from looking at an old, haggard, worn-out teddy bear, but Reddy doesn't mind a cheeky bit of pop music.
Oh.
And I am Jake. I'll be playing Chip.
Hey,
I actually have 3 sets of eyes, and one of them is female.
Ooh. Wow, what are the
Wow.
odds?
That's impressive, Chip. Well done. Yeah.
I mean, at the
Okay.
moment he's only got 2 sets of eyes because I haven't returned a set.
More
Still
on that
handy.
to come. All right. Let's crack on to this dumpster fire before it gets worse.
Too late.
So, yeah. Should've
We're
stopped
a
week
good
ago.
kind of dumpster fire.
Yeah, very good.
We're kind of like a train wreck. You just can't look away.
Week after week.
Yeah, you have to
Tune in
keep
next
tuning
time
in
to see how
what we're
big we
doing.
fuck up. All right. So, last week on Underbed, the super cuddly friends were immediately attacked by a new creature from the Underbed. This foul-looking fingerbird, as we coined it, launched a brute force attack at Butcher and the others, dealing a few heavy blows with its thuggish arms and a piercing gaze of lifeless red eye. Second fingerbird was lurking under the covers of the bed. And after throwing this avian monstrosity down off the mattress, Butcher and Chip attempted to grapple with it, laying in a few cheeky kicks and punches as they went. Butcher then, we'll just say,
Butcher then tried to apprehend the fiend with the aid of Chip. Was then interrupted by Teddy with a big chopping action with Teddy's sword, and then
Almighty. With a smite.
God, there's all sorts of bad things happening to the stream right now. Holy!
Should be right,
Come on.
It'll come good.
Just push through. All
Yeah,
right.
just push through. It'll be
And
back.
so what happened then? Then Teddy came down, tried to make the death blow happen. But
We're back.
Nailed it.
the butch wouldn't have it. He wanted to try and talk to the fiend. CJ.
Oh, that was the
Um,
second one.
It's appropriate. You're in the box now.
yeah, sick. And then the fiend was taken to Ken's house, and Teddy wandered off to the
Yeah.
underbed, I believe.
I went
But-
to go look for a pillow while you guys were waterboarding.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you didn't know anything about it though, but meta. So Ready, Butcher, and Chip, all three of us proceeded to question aggressively the fiend, the finger bird. To no avail, unfortunately. Yeah, incredible. So Jay will be back in a little while.
His kids are.
They're not. It's not a good time. So then let's remind each other what happened. Then we tried to question the monster. It didn't work.
Yep.
We
I really don't
waterboarded
like the
it,
name the
didn't work.
Fingerbird. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, but we're gonna go with it. The
Yep.
finger bird is what it was.
Aye,
Then what did Teddy do? Teddy
Teddy chucked
went to get.
tantrum.
Yeah.
So Teddy tried to save Cecilia. Teddy did have a
Yes.
massive meltdown because he missed it. Was kind of having like a blue screen of death. Systematically searched under the bed looking for a way to escape.
Yeah.
Found Bugsy.
That's right.
We
Oh,
then
yeah.
all
Yeah,
had a massive debacle about Bugsy and what we were going to do with him. He gave us that riddle to get the way to get out under the bed.
Yes. There's fire. wasn't it?
Fire. It was definitely fire.
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 We were all talking about what we were going to do, whether we were going to use him to stop the war, whether we were just going to beat the shit out of him or put him in jail. And then the fucking coward slit his own throat on my sword.
I know, right?
That's right.
And
Yeah, 'cause
then
we got to send him back to the other room, weren't we?
Yeah.
And then we all gathered together, ready to head into Underbed. And we did, didn't we?
Let's-
You went under. You went under. There's a bit of light. You struck a
I was
flame. You used
constantly-
fire. You walked through the portal.
Yeah.
You went in,
And then it disappeared.
Um,
And we were like, "Wah!"
and
fuck.
we all followed suit. So here we are tonight, guys, as I run Underbed
Yay!
because I'm in the seat.
while playing Underbed.
Yes, I will be playing two characters and DMing at the same
Oh.
time. This is going to be incredible.
And somebody's talking on the stream. Oh my god. Good on you, legend.
got a friend.
Effing way.
Yeah. It's all
I
coming
don't
up.
believe it.
Huzzah, Underbed
Yes.
indeed. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a video for Rana. Quality.
All right.
A video.
So, Rana.
Yes.
Not Rana. Your name is not Rana. Who's
No.
Rana? Theodore Braveheart, even.
Yeah, I'm a hero.
See, the best part is Jay's got to like follow whatever I make up.
Right. And bear
he's
with
gotta follow it
me.
up.
The stream's just going to get a little chunky for a second while I just throw another video on top to get Rana's moot in there.
What?
All right. So, you step into the underbed. Imagine a reverse world where everything is mirrored, right? So you step into another. Oh my god, what is happening?
I know, right? Bear with me. It's the only way to do this.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's not. It's mirrored. The whole land is mirrored. So there's another bed. Imagine.
Oh my
Billy's
god!
room.
It's another bed!
Yes, it's Billy's room. Exactly. You've seen this room before. Jay's
Fucking
gonna hate
Billy.
this. Yeah.
Let's beat the shit out of Billy.
Billy!
The spin jitsu jump out of nowhere.
Karate kick him in the dick.
Trying to cave in some skulls. I mean, this doesn't
Hang on.
feel very Teddy, but I guess I'm caving skulls in now.
Yeah, Lorena does not exist. You're right.
Right, that'll do.
You see nothing. You wake up, and you are actually Cecilia. Dun, dun, dun.
Wait,
Ma,
so
I had
Hurry
a
up, would you?
fever
I'm
dream
fucking brown over
again.
here.
am I alright then? Like, is my job done? Can I retire now?
That's
Ma,
it. You're done.
got rabies. Having
Sweet.
fever dreams.
Like, I'm all over this. Like, I'm the best there's ever been.
So, how about instead of doing this episode, we just do like the epilogue episode now. So, Reddy retires from the council of, what was it called again?
The Ursa Day.
Counts. Yeah.
What? Earth Day.
Ursa Day.
Ursa Day. So you retire from the council of Ursa Day.
It's been a good
Theodore
Ursa
Braveheart
day.
takes up the mantle of
Oh, that's how you do it. Never mind.
takes up the mantle of the protector of Cecilia.
Yep.
Butcher actually goes back to Billy's room and just murders all the spin jutsu and just takes charge there.
Yeah.
He ends up being like Billy's best mate, and Billy ends up being top guy. Like it's all propaganda. It's all spin jutsu propaganda.
Okay, like a bit of yeah.
He's got a bit of redirected aggression. Parents
And
going through a messy divorce.
and Chip lives out his days with Barbie.
I think it
Forgot about that.
definitely moved into Barbie's dream house.
What about
It's definitely in his name now too. Like
what
Chip
about
Dreamhouse.
Mr. Duxman? I got a nice thing for
the Hamburglar.
Oh, the Hamburglar.
That's it, thank you.
He's probably died in a fire of totally unsuspicious means.
So we're not going to have a sequel where he comes back because he's jealous that Chip's gotten with Barbie.
He wouldn't be able to get anywhere
Yeah,
near Barbie. Reddy will make sure of that.
I'm thinking there's going to be a spin-off, right? With Chip and Barbie are on the run from Ken, who is he turns into some sort of like Dexter-style murderer. He's going around like,
it's alright, Jay. We don't need you anymore. You can log off now, mate. It's alright.
We've just done the epilogue. We've wrapped up.
It's alright.
It's gone really good.
That's a
Turns out Teddy is Cecilia in the alternate realm.
Yeah.
It's all been a fever dream. It's all good. Don't worry.
Done.
We figured it out.
That's not quite.
Yeah, bye. Have fun, guys.
Is that it?
All right.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a second to fix this all back up. Thank you, Legend and Song, for pointing out the studio mode. I shall explore that option and figure that shit out, so we don't look like the amateurs that we really are. Hey!
Hey, we got to be honest to ourselves. And to you wonderful people. All three of you.
Well,
Word to the wise: don't have kids, and
Yeah.
don't let them play in your office when they can turn the PowerPoints off at a whim.
Good gear. So we've done the catch up already, Mr. GMJ.
and the epilogue.
Okay.
We've done the epilogue, and we actually stepped into the Underbed, and it was a bizarro world. So I mean, you got to follow this, where Theodore Braveheart is actually Cecilia. Oh my god! All right, and go.
And also sit a bit more to your left. Yep, that's better.
Anything else? All right.
Well, I mean, we'll explore the epilogue at a later point. I think I was pretty accurate with it.
Yeah, totes.
There's going to be a spin-off with Chip and Barbie.
Oh man, I'm so proud now. All right, so you, like you said, you have walked into the tunnels to the underbed. Yeah.
Close, but yes.
Oops.
What? Do I need to go through it all again, or are we legit just
No,
going to
legit.
move
Yeah,
on
that's
from here?
where we are.
I'm ready to play.
I didn't mention tunnels, but
Right.
I guess so.
Okay, cool. All right,
Our
so
mob just went mad
as
in.
you saw it, like the doorway and all that sort of stuff, and you've all entered through the door, and then it's closed in behind you, and the light flickered back on, and yeah, you're all good from there. So as you find yourselves now inside the opposite end of this doorway, you see a tunnel stretching on in front of you. It's close to 3 meters in depth, and it's a deep and unsettling hole in a strange orangey rock formation. Darkness is surrounding you, and it's only broken in part by the illumination of your glow stick, excuse me, Teddy, and the an amber hues cast from Reddy's Bic lighter. The walls on the tunnel that you now find yourself in, yes.
How does how does Reddy operate a lighter?
I
I
use the 2 Lego bricks that have been sewn
One of
into
those
the
push
back of my
button ones.
hand.
Okay, because I was just seeing, and then your hand just goes.
Got it! I'm just mildly on fire now.
This is fine. Bye, Jay.
He's just singed. All right. The walls of the tunnel that you find yourself in, they're all scarred with myriad of jagged lines that seem to be oozing a pale, shimmering fluid, much like saliva or something like that. It's uneven and it descends several hundred meters towards a low cloud of fog.
Lovely.
I
Lovely.
think
This
I've
is.
finally found where the Hamburglar
Over
lives.
to you, Blue Leader.
It's a hamburger's house. Is that what you're saying?
This looks like his domain. It smells like him too.
Maybe this is where Ken's fled to.
Teddy
Maybe.
would blink if he could. Rubs his little button nut. What the fuck?
It's certainly not a pleasant sight. Let's keep walking.
Do I see anything that suggests where they've taken Cecilia?
No, it's just a long, straight corridor, if you will, for now,
Okay,
leading downhill towards the fog bank.
So far, no like scratch marks or gouges.
Oh, there's
in the
scratch
wall?
marks all over the walls.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
there's scratch marks and gouges all over this wall. That's what all those lines were all over the thing. So it looks like the entire inside of this rock formation has just been scratched out to form this tunnel.
Still blame Ken.
Fiddlesticks. And I'm just gonna keep walking.
Okay.
All right, we'll follow the tunnel down.
Yep.
I'll be on guard though.
All right.
Oh, smash.
Yep. Sure. So you guys are walking down towards this fog bank there, and you come up towards it there, and you feel the air temperature just drop significantly as you start getting closer and closer to this. It's almost like a wall of fog or mist. You can't quite see through it, but you can definitely feel the air chill as you get closer.
So have we reached this fog mist wall?
Yeah, you're just at the start of the mist wall.
I know. I'll pop my eyes through the wall and see if there's anything on the other side.
Good idea, Chip.
Good idea, Chip. And Chip pops open his back and pulls out his he kind of hides it. He hides his lady eyes, and he's sort of like straight through the mist wall.
Okay. Yeah, right, Chip. I'll get you to roll a perception at disadvantage.
Oh, shit! I don't have
I'll see if I can
access.
do that at the
Yeah,
end.
you do that for him because I don't have access to it.
I should have access to it. Just let me have a look
He
here.
rolled a 12 plus.
Wait, are you doing it?
No, I just rolled a
Yeah, he's
d20
rolled.
then.
All right. Here we go. One.
Oh dear.
Working.
Oh, that's not good.
What
It's
was
a
the worst of
9.
mine?
That's not good for him. That's a 9. Another one. I just.
15, so it's a 9.
Yeah, it's a 9.
Okay, that's
Okay,
that's
so
better than
Chip,
it could have been.
Chip, you look through this fog bank. You're holding your eyes through, and you can't quite see anything other than just fog in front of you. Like you see the rough outline of the hallway there, or this tunnel walls, but you can't really make anything else out at this stage. But you do kind of get the idea that this tunnel goes on for a bit longer.
What do you see, Chip?
I don't see fuck all.
Oh,
It's
alright.
just more tunnel.
I just lean forward and pulls Chip's arm back in, and then look at his eyes. There you go. Have another shot.
So you're going to assist him now. Is that what we're saying?
Sure.
How about one of those bardic inspos you give out? Imagine that.
Fuck off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just fuck off.
I give him. I'll give him an inspo by polishing his eyeballs.
A bardic inspo.
All right.
So
Oh. All right, so he's rolled an 18.
Yeah.
So as he looks in, say again.
yeah, go on.
All right, so as he looks in, he can see that the tunnel does go on for another 20 or so meters, but then it seems to come to a bit of a T intersection, if you will, or an intersection of sorts. There are what appears to be these yellowy kind of glows coming from about head height in the four corners of this intersection there. But the fog is still pretty persistent throughout.
Well, Chip.
There's just a shitload of fog. We should just keep walking.
I think so. It
I'm
probably
just-
wouldn't hurt to. Well, I'd hold hands if I had fingers.
Teddy's just popping a divine sense to see if he can detect anything nearby while we're going through the fog.
Okay. Winds detect such forces.
Just kind of.
You fiend or undead. Okay, cool. Yep.
Well, I tell you what.
Right.
I'll go first.
When you while Teddy's using divine sense, he's got like a little twig, one of those dowsing rods.
Mm-hmm.
He's just dowsing for evil. He's certain that that's how these things work. They find water, right? So they've got to find other things.
Sure.
He believes it works, so it does.
Yeah. Pseudoscience at its best.
Ah. I'll go first.
All right. So
And then that way
Okay.
you can all see my form because I'm the biggest.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Let's all stay within socially accepted 1.5 meters. Anyway.
Okay, so you walk through the fog. And as you enter this fog, you feel the cold air sort of cling to your fur. It doesn't feel like any sort of normal fog that you would have experienced in your life before. There's something a bit more tactile about this fog. Like you can feel it on your fur. It's almost as if it's like gripping at you slightly
I
and
tell
sort of
the
holding on.
Hamburglar to jog on.
The Hamburglar is not there.
You fuck off, you little bastard. I power through.
Okay, so you keep heading towards the intersection that Chip spotted earlier. The rest of you follow, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely do.
God.
All right.
Jeff, come on, let's go.
So what order are you going in, by the way?
So me first, because I'm the big one.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I'm going right behind.
Teddy,
Yep,
and
and
then
then
it'll go Chip, and then Butcher at the back.
okay. Can you just move your mic a little bit closer to your mouth, please, Nath?
You
Oh,
go a
man.
whole, you go a whole lot quieter immediately after doing Chip's
Closer.
voice.
I
Yeah.
think that's just because the mic's pitch has obviously taken a hammering, so it's just adjusting the so it comes back in a sec.
All right, cool. Yep. So you all entered the fog, and likewise, you all feel that sort of otherworldliness cling to your bodies, almost like something is like holding onto you as you try and stride your way through it. But eventually, you do
Like
make
a
your way
hug.
to this intersection. We can now sort of clearly see the fog disperse a little bit around this intersection, which is marked by a candle dug into a little alcove, if you will, or a little shelf about eye level on each of the corresponding walls, sort of lighting the way to that intersection, so you can see whichever way you want to go. So there appears to be a tunnel that leads down and to the left as you look at it. There's a tunnel that leads further down, straight ahead of you, and one to your right that goes slightly up.
Down to the left.
I'm just going to have a look in all three first. See if I can see anything.
I'll wait patiently here with Chip.
Okay, so as you look down each of these corridors, you basically see sort of mirror images of each of them without what?
Nothing.
So you basically see the same sort of thing. Okay, they're all the same orange rock with the rough hewn, claw-marked sides, oozing a bit of saliva-like liquid dripping down the sides there. There's still that foggy sort of bank inside them, and as I said before, the one to your left, as you look at it, it goes down and around to the left. There's one that is right in front of you, which goes further down again, and then the one on your right goes slightly uphill. But as far as you can see into them, you're somewhat restricted due to the fog.
Gonna reach in my little backpack again, pull out one of those things of like kids' chalk, you know, that big chunky crayon chalk things that are like
Yep.
good 2 inches wide so kids can't drop them.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm gonna mark whatever direction we're going, like keep it on the ground and just drag it along.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Good.
So you do that. Which way do you decide to go?
Look at ready.
Left.
Okay, so
Go
you turn
left.
to your
Turn
left.
left.
Yep. Go
All
down
right,
the left
cool.
one.
So you progress further down the left-hand tunnel, which sort of goes down probably another 10 or so meters on a pretty gentle sort of gradient. You're still pulling your way through this fog, which again is still clinging to you in a rather unnatural way. You reach a corner and it bends around to the right, and then again you sort of find yourself at a bit of a split in the trail or in the wall. So there's one that turns slightly to the left, and there's one that turns pretty much dead straight right from there.
Go
Hey.
right. Oh,
Wait. Hey, ready? I
Theodore.
remember there's a way where you can go through a maze, and you just keep touching a wall, and eventually you'll hit all the dead ends, and you'll keep walking around, and then eventually you'll get to the exit.
That sounds like something a smart person would do.
Where'd you learn that tactic?
I don't know. It's kind of like the coloring book mazes. You just systematically go through each of the dead ends, and then you come back out, and you go to the next one, and it doesn't work, and you go to the next one, and it doesn't work, and goes to the next one, and finally you help Sam find his dog.
A little pop up appears in the top right of your screen. It says the butcher will remember this.
Bling! Let's go right.
Okay, we'll ignore my suggestion. And Teddy just goes right.
I didn't say ignore it. I just said that's an idea for a smart person.
Okay. So you head further right. Okay, so as you're going right, the ground sort of levels out a bit, and you see the fog just sorts of start to obviously dip down, and it's roughly around waist height now. So you can sort of see over the top of this fog bank now, and you can see that the corridor that you're in goes down for about 200 meters, and then it seems to open up into a larger sort of cavern, if you will. It is still pretty dark throughout there, but you can sort of see every now and again there is a this real ugly looking candle stuck into the side of the wall there, which gives you just enough illumination to sort of get your bearings, if you will.
Is that Ken? I've only got one good eye. Is that Ken? Looks like Ken. It's pretty ugly. No? No? Alright, that joke just fell asunder. Fuck it. Alright, let's keep moving. Bastards.
Teddy just
Look around
blink
this.
obliviously if he could. Keeps
Look
going.
around this cavern.
Okay, so you make your way down towards the cavern, yeah?
Yeah.
It's
look
a
around.
cavern, not a cabin. Okay.
Cavern, yes.
Yep.
Right, so as you you walk further down, and now you find yourself in this larger sort of cavern. It's about 100 meters across, and you can see basically to your immediate left along the cavern wall is another offshoot of this tunnel, which goes obviously further around to the left and into another smaller cavern, and then there's another one off to your direct right if you follow the wall, and that seems to lead into another cavern as well. If you look directly across the cavern, you can again see that low fog bank that you're sort of staring over the top of now, and there is another tunnel which appears to lead further down from there.
I'm glad I have chalk.
We go across.
Straight across?
Yep.
Okay, so as you are crossing through the center of this large cavern, you're sort of looking around, you're looking up, there's big, massive stalagmites and stalactites and
Yeah,
joining
definitely
into
sword
large
time.
columns, but they're not a pretty looking formation by any stretch of the mean. They just look knotted and ugly, and the whole place just has this air of just ugliness about it. Like it's not a nice, naturally formed looking
My
place, if
bad.
you will.
This is definitely where the Hamburglar lives.
And so you're
The running joke.
crossing.
Feel
You're crossing around this this open ground. You reach the edge of the tunnel there, and you see it going back down into the fog, towards another dim glow at the end there. You proceed on.
Yep.
Okay. You continue down, and once again, the fog bank sort of lifts up and covers you, and you can't quite see so well. So you reach out, and you're running a hand along the side of this slimy rock formation, this hewn tunnel. As you progress further down, once again, you bring yourself to the end of this little tunnel, which has dropped down again, and you find yourself in front of yet another cavern. This one, however, is quite small in comparison, and you can hear dripping water, or the sound of what you would assume would be dripping water.
Cautiously head towards it.
Okay. Roll me a dex save.
Oh, turn it up, you bastard. Oh, could be alright. Here we go.
Yeah, that's not right. You fall face first into a large brown puddle of what you thought may have been water, but now that you're in it, turns out to be the liquid leavings of something foul.
I stand up slowly, cautiously, and turn
You
around.
did make quite a large splash, though.
And I kind of wipe it away from my one good eye, really.
Mm-hmm.
I need to take this out on somebody.
Take a step back.
Yeah, can we take a little cheeky perception, have a look around, see if we can see anything?
Sure. Because you're still in the fog bank, though, it will be at disadvantage.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not going to make much difference.
But with all of you looking together, I guess I could roll that into just everyone roll at normal, and we'll take the highest score.
You know what? I like that one.
Oh, shit!
Hang on. You haven't seen my magnificence yet. Just let you chill out. Are you ready for this?
Ready got
Come
a
on.
natural 20, all right?
Yeah, four.
He's only got bloody done
Let's
it.
take the 4.
Yeah, he's taking the 4. All right, so ready. Okay. With your eyes now cleared of this foul-smelling viscera from within the bowels,
I think I
sort of
shit
look
on
around
my
this
face.
small cavern here, and you can now see that what you fell into was sort of almost like a crater in the floor there, and scattered all around it is a large sort of muck of piled up bones and dirt mounds, and this pool, as it were, that formed inside this crater is almost sort of bubbling and dripping with excrement.
I point to it and I say to everybody, just quietly, what the fuck is that?
No idea, Mr. Tuxpin.
It's like a bubbling.
I also have no idea.
Thanks, Chip.
As you
You're
look past,
welcome.
as you look past Chip, you see that behind him is another smaller tunnel leading off to the left. And if you look further to the right, past Teddy, you can see another tunnel leading off to the right there.
I think I've had a cheeky stroke. What? Oh.
you've got the small cavern that you're in.
Yep.
Okay, with the poo fucking pool and the bones and whatnot. And if you look to your left, you'll see a smaller tunnel which leads off to the left. If you look to your right, you'll see another tunnel roughly around the same size that leads to that direction. Both of them seem to be somewhat level, though.
Yep. Theodore.
Yes.
Can you do that insidey thing again? Divine sense.
Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, yeah. Bing! I can only do that.
Holy
12Q more
shit.
times.
When did you grow fingers? Why can't I grow fingers?
Just looking at like the furs.
So almost immediately after the big splash, you've stood up, you've cleared the shit from your eyes, you've like, oh, what the fuck? You've looked around, you've seen your surroundings, and Teddy at the same time has just sort of reacted to this, and after the splash, pulled out his little divining rods and he's starting to just wave them around a little bit. And
he's not holding it right, by the way. He's holding it by the one stick end.
Yeah, he's holding it by the one stick end and then the turny end. So one of them's going like this, the other one's just holding firm. And one of the one that you've got the turny thing on just immediately sort of snaps around to your left. So to the left of ready, as it were.
Sword, turn, left, ready to stab.
Yep, pivot and look at what Theodore's looking at.
Sorry, not sword, hammer, ready to throw. That's a lot easier.
What's going on? I don't see anything.
So as Chip speaks, you hear a scuttling, scratching clatter from down that tunnel to the left. There's a growing fervour of screeches and sniffles and just more scratching sort of sounds on the rock. You see tall shadows start to dance along the slovenly walls of the tunnel, lit by the tiny candles that are dug into the sides of it there. And from around the corner, you see a troop of 3 diggers approaching you. Each of these creatures take the form of a giant rat around the size of a Great Dane. But that's roughly where the comparison can cease to a rat itself. They crawl and creep their way down the tunnel, long-nailed claws digging into the rock and propelling their distended bodies forward. They don't have any fur as a normal rat would, though they do have the same sort of shape to them. However, their skin itself is a thick, hardened tallow, if you will. It's almost like the skin of a pig when it's been roasted, so like pork crackling.
Yummy.
And it's all split and sort of sectioned off there. They have large, like overly large, deep black eyes with white eyelids that sort of roll up over the top like a shark's eye. And at their mouth, where normally there would be, a large sort of rodent-like jaw full of teeth with the predominant 2 rodent teeth at the front, they have more of a squid-like mouth with a number of little villi and tentacles hanging down from an opening around their maw, if you will.
Fucking horrifying.
And
Gross.
they are coming towards you now. They are coming towards you now, crawling and screeching and
Circle the wagons.
I
Oh, fuck my voice.
the butcher starts covering himself in mud. So these motherfuckers
It's not
can't
mud.
see him.
It's not mud.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it is. Time to blend in.
Yep, sure.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering,
Clack,
here
clack,
is
clack,
the
clack.
creature from reference.
Oh, sexy bag.
Nice.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
I know exactly what that is. And it's great. Still
Oh, yeah.
ready to throw the hammer, just waiting for them to get in range.
Okay, so currently they are approximately, or not approximately, they are 100 meters away from you, as you see it through the tunnels.
Have they seen
And
us?
these three, oh, they've seen you.
Okay.
They have definitely seen you because they have the dark vision, obviously, with their eyes. You know, they appear to have evolved within these tunnels, as it were. So you see them like sort of looking around, trying to find what was the cause of this noise that sort of alerted them to something in their tunnels, and they see yourself ready, and they just straight up like hackles, if they had hackles, would be going up. In this case, the stench of pork crackling just intensifies through the tunnel, almost overpowering the smell of the shit that you are wearing as deodorant now.
To this point, the butcher just goes, "You will rage, and you will charge." He just bolts
Very
straight
well,
at
sir.
him.
Ah, shit, I didn't want to have to run.
Before we charge into battle here,
Say again.
before we charge into battle here, I'll just get everyone to roll for initiative.
There we go.
Probably should have done that earlier. Where is my pen gone? Why can I never find anything when I want it? 4.12.
It's because
How do you have decimals in your
it's-
dice roll?
the
So
tiebreaker's on. Hold on, I'll turn it off.
So tiebreaker just immediately. So he rolled a 4, and then it puts a point 1-2 on the end because that's his dexterity modifier or dexterity.
Well, my dexterity
So-
modifier is +1.
Mhm.
My dexterity is 12.
I meant 12. Yes, that's why I corrected myself. Jesus, I can't say anything,
Try and
Randy,
find my
can
damn
I?
my
pen.
jack of all trades. No, wait, is that why I get a +1? Where do I get a +1 from? Why do I have a +1?
Okay, so I have Ready on a 4. Butcher was a 12. Type this in somewhere.
Shit and piss.
Rana, have you rolled?
Yes, I rolled a 12.
Yeah.
Yes, same. And Chip, I'll roll for him, I guess.
Oh yeah, please do.
Oh, my computer is so slow. Chip got a 21. Okay, and I'll roll for the creatures.
My initiative should be less.
Oh, I should have been prepared for this. Okay, so the order as we see it will be Chip will be going first, followed by Butcher, followed by followed by Teddy, followed by Butcher, and Reddy will be going. Oh, correction. Sorry, I might that up. So the order will go Chip, followed by the Diggers, followed by Teddy, followed by Butcher, and Reddy following up in the rear.
Okay.
Cool.
Sorted.
Okay, so we'll take it as a pre-action, obviously, that you have raged, and we'll crack on from there. So Chip, he is going to straight up use his arm bow, as it were,
Extra arm bow.
and
Yep.
he's going to lob that at the first of the three diggers, which are all sort of lined up abreast in this tunnel, scurrying towards you. And he will roll. Okay, he most definitely hits, and he will deal. Wow, 9 points of damage to the middle of the rats.
Is he an
Or
assassin
the
or a thief?
rat-looking creatures, the diggers there. He's the thief.
Okay.
And does he get a bonus? Let me just check that. How many attacks?
He could now hide as his bonus action.
No, I think he just gets. Yep, and we'll say that he now he'll duck down behind the mounds of skeletons and stuff like that.
Okay. Cool.
Does that require a roll on his part? Just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a stealth check. See how good he does.
Stealth roll. Yeah,
Pretty good. 20.
yeah, he got a 20. So
20 for the
he's
viewers.
well and truly hidden behind them bones.
That'll
Yep, 20 for the
that'll,
viewers.
that'll give him
So
advantage.
from there, it then goes to yes, yep, that'll give him sneak on the next attack. So from there, it then becomes the digger's turn. One of them is already looking a little bit worse for wear with a large wound in its neck from where the arm bow jabbed into it before. The other two are looking pretty strong still, and are now barreling towards. One is going to leap towards the shits covered Reddy, and he will
How
attack
fast are
with
they bloody
his
travelling?
bite.
Holy shit balls!
But he misses.
That's right.
Okay. The other digger launches at Teddy, and he will attempt to bite, and that misses as well. Okay. So Reddy and Teddy, you both now have one of these creatures sort of in your immediate melee vicinity. The third one is sort of slowly still gathering towards you guys, though, as a whole. From there, it now goes to Teddy.
I would like to peg my prepped hammer at the one that's by ready, and then swing my sword at the one that's in front of me.
Okay.
So main action.
Let's see it.
Uh,
Yep, your hammer definitely strikes, and it does deal 5 bludgeoning damage. So your hammer flies through the air and boom, connects onto the face of this tentacle-mouthed creature. It reels from the hit and just sort of snaps its eyes around onto you. The white lids just going up and down as it locks onto your position now.
excellent. And now,
And you were going to swing your sword at the other one, yes?
yeah. So now that I've thrown my hammer, immediate sword straight onto the next one as my bonus.
Yep.
So that'll be a 18 altogether with my strength.
18, that definitely hits. Yep.
And then a d8 plus 4, so 10 damage with the sword.
Oh, yeah. So that one, you basically bring your sword down onto this creature and you just carve off a massive just chunk of this pork crackling like flesh off its flank. It reels and screeches as it feels this blade go through its flesh, and it sort of it takes a couple of steps backwards from its intended target.
It's like I'm a Saturday morning cartoon hero. And that's just
Okay. Is that everything you'd like to do?
yeah,
What?
that's everything I can do.
Okay. And next we have. Who was it in the initiative? Butcher.
Where's the butcher?
So you have one. Yes. So you have one of the creatures which has already been wounded and is just about to barrel into you. There is another creature which was attacking Reddy, but then got hit in the face with a hammer and turned and locked onto Teddy. And there's a third one over by Teddy, which now has half of its flank missing.
I will, in my rage, I will charge the one on ready.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
Oh, smash.
Mm-hmm.
And I will. I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do all sorts of things. I'm miraging, and I will be doing a reckless. No, I won't even need to do a reckless attack because surely I can get advantage from flanking. But I'll probably frenzy. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Let's go. Let's
Yep.
pull up rage. Pull out my plastic steel chair from my kit, and go
Yep.
to town. Oh,
Okay.
boom!
Whoa.
Crit.
How do you do it? You obliterate this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's just like
You
you just hear
absolutely
this.
obliterate it.
You hear this god awful just raging scream echo through the whole cabin, and then it's just like
Mm-hmm.
like 3 strides, set the feet, and just two-handed. The steel chair just comes across and just viscera just explodes right in front of Reddy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will.
Okay.
It's just a mess, and I will just maneuver.
It's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll maneuver to go give Teddy a hand. I won't
Okay.
attack. I'll just keep moving. That's it.
Sure.
That's my job. I won't frenzy. I'll just
Okay.
leave it up.
Well done. So at the end of that, we have one still next to Teddy, and we have the one that was approaching yourself. The other one was just fucking annihilated, which now brings us to Reddy.
I don't know whether I need to do that anymore.
So you have one.
I will.
You have one in front of you
Yeah,
that had its eyes on Teddy,
yeah. I'm gonna jump in
and
behind
there is
that
another
one.
one who is just about to reach on the one that's in front of you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna punch on. So I'm gonna come in behind
Okay.
the one aiming for Theodore, and just like sucker punch
Yep.
it in the back.
Nice.
Sure.
So I clack the rocks of Lego together. 24 and 13 to hit.
Mm. Mm. Oh shit! They both hit, and you deal 11 points
Sorry,
of
11 points
damage,
damage.
and this thing just drops to the ground, stone dead. Yeah, stone dead. Drops to the ground. Just
Take scarier toy shits than you. Fluffier too, I might add. But fucking dry. Well,
Okay.
it's all fluffy.
Right. And that is that. Okay, now we are back to the top with Chip. He's going to once again fling his arm bow at the creature that he attacked before.
Eat
And
armor,
oh,
fiend!
that definitely hits. That definitely hits. Thank you for that. So this little arm on the rubber band just shoots straight out at this creature as it's reaching up with its big claws, just about to swipe down onto Butcher, and immediately just stops in its tracks as this arm just punches through its throat. A green, horrid blood just spurts through the back of its neck there, where the finger exits, and then it is immediately retracted, pulling out a number of vertebrae and other vital components of this creature, and it just comes to a skidding halt just at the toes of Butcher there, stopping on the ground.
Man, we need baby wipes.
And he holsters.
Nice.
So are these things like? Do they look
Yeah.
like little
And
versions
that is
of?
all three of those creatures.
Yeah. Do these things look like little versions of what we fought before, or something different?
No, no, they are a completely different creature. You have not seen these before.
I give it a poke with the old foot.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't do anything.
It is dead.
I give it a poke with the
No,
spare
it's
foot
dead.
from Chip.
I'm gonna pick up my hammer.
Yep.
Wipe it off with a baby wipe.
Okay.
Try the same with my sword.
Yep. It is now clean and smells wonderful.
Excellent, because that was just nasty.
Could I borrow a baby wipe, please, Theodore?
Look at Teddy, kind of like size him up for a second and pull out 3.
Just one will do. And I take one and I just sort of polish the good eye. And I just give it back. The damage is done.
If every time I walk past Teddy, ready.
Wow.
Okay, so you're now standing in this cavern, as it were. There's still the choice before you of
Left and right.
left or right.
Theodore.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
You don't stop there. There tends
That's
to
not
be
how
a
to rhyme,
bit
Kate.
more. Yes. He's not wrong, you know.
Catch the freaky deaky monster by its toe.
I got it. It's right there.
Hopefully we find Cecilia before she dies, and we're going this way.
We go that way. Which way? Left or right?
Left.
Left. Left. And I plot
Okay.
off left.
So you go towards your left. As you see it, the smaller cavern there, or the smaller tunnel, correction, you almost need to duck down to get through it at this stage. So you're sort of hunched over, walking through. You basically are filling this tunnel as you walk through it.
Just
It
in
stretches on
case
for about another
anyone's
50
wondering,
meters.
the roof is in fact slimy as well.
Hey, ready? Do you want me to go first? I got a shield.
No, it's quite alright.
Okay,
All right, so
you
you
do
continue on
you
down
with
through
your
this.
Lego Wolverine claws.
It's a brick, but okay.
Wolverine claws if you're made out of Lego, so they're Lego Wolverine claws, but
It's called a knuckle duster.
but how does that dust your knuckles? That looks like it would just catch more dirt.
It dusts
Oh,
their
Jesus.
knuckles in their cheekbones.
Can we keep walking, please?
I just,
No,
I
we're
don't,
talking
I
on the
don't-
philosophy of knuckle dusters versus claws. Keep
I
walking.
just. Teddy's still
Uh,
trying
so
to
as you,
understand how this dusts a knuckle. It's not a
as you
broom.
turn
He's
around to
singing.
continue walking, you find yourself now at the opposite entrance of this tunnel, which opens into another cavern of sorts. And at the far end of this cavern, you can see what appears to be a large brownish sort of pile of mound of motley just lumps um, and other things. You can't quite make it out as such, but it does seem to be sort of rising and falling unevenly.
Going.
I'm pretty sure that's a big pile of poo.
Teddy's already running every step.
Oh shit. Slow down. Oh shit. God damn it. Slow down. Oh, God damn it.
Okay, so what do you do, Teddy?
Frantically running over to see if it's Cecilia. Just trying to see if it is
Okay,
my
so you
demon.
reach you reach the bottom of this giant mound inside the cavern, and you can now see a bit closer that it is not Cecilia. It is in fact a giant pile of these digger creatures that you just had a fight with. There is at least 100 of them. They're all like sleeping on top of each other, as it were.
Am I still watching?
Theodore turns around and runs back the other way.
God damn it. God damn it. I'll go back the
Yeah.
other way.
Abort!
Okay,
Abort!
as you call abort,
Just
you
as
hear
he goes past Teddy. Just abort, abort, abort. Like he's not going to be yelling it. Promise.
doesn't matter. You stepped into the room, so you've triggered them.
Ah,
So as you turn to run, you're calling out abort, abort. The pile starts to shift and move rather erratically, and you see the black eyes open on a number of these creatures, and they all sort of start letting off little alarm calls to the others, like,
yeah.
and suddenly there's a wave of motion as this pile just descends and cascades down into 100 of these individual creatures, all of them just shrieking and blinking wildly and staring down straight at the team.
Yeah, Teddy's still running. Abort! Abort! Not Cecilia! Not Cecilia!
Here we go.
Not her! Not her!
I'll start
You run
huffing
up.
and puffing.
Is there? If I'm looking around, is there any way I can bring this like cabin
Cave in?
entrance down?
Oh, thank God, Butcher's thinking the same thing.
No, it's solid.
Okay. All right,
Can-
Solid.
I take my shoes off, and I just try and outrun everyone else.
What is it?
Okay. So you
don't have to be faster than the target.
So you're
You
all
just have to
legging
be
it.
faster than your friend.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you're all legging it down through the smaller tunnel, and you emerge back out into this larger cavern there, with the poo pile down to your left as you run past, and you're just cutting straight across
Yeah.
to the opposite
That's where I'm going.
tunnel. Yes. Okay. So you're running down this other tunnel. Once again, you're just barreling through a thick blanket of fog, only barely lit by these small candles as you go, giving you any sort of semblance of where you need to go direction-wise. Your footsteps are echoing off the rock as you're just running through top speed as fast as you can carry you, and you just hear from behind you just this cacophony, this orchestra of just screams and scratches and growls and sniffles, and these things are just hurrying after you. It's like, and they're coming for you.
Be really handy if the council could hide us for like 3 minutes, all of us.
I quickly chuck on a bit of Chariots of Fire to inspire everybody to run the fuck up faster.
Okay.
What the fuck are you doing? It's slowing us down. You're putting us in slow motion.
Not Benny Hill's theme.
So I'll get each of you to roll a. What do we go? We'll go a Constitution saving throw.
This ain't gonna be good.
That's all right. 13. That's all right. 19, that's good. Okay, ready.
Out of breath already.
You are completely
Come
gassed
on.
at this stage, and you are starting to trail. You are starting to trail behind everyone.
This is
Like you're a good
for wanting to
10
run
or
all the
15
time.
meters behind
You
everyone
fucking
else as
little
they start picking up.
bastards.
Pick up Reddy and keep running with him.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
I am
Okay.
massive.
Oh, no.
Not a strength save, a strength check. Yeah, you can't lift
Yeah,
him.
it's not going to work. I just push. Come on, let's go, old man.
Okay, so you're pushing him along, and you're continuing on down this.
Butcher and Chip just
You're
like
continuing on
straight
down this
past.
tunnel, and yeah. So you guys are just bolting down this cavern, down this tunnel. Sorry, it opens into another cavern, but you just spin straight through that one. You bolt down into the next, tunnel as it just starts angling down, super steep. There's at least trucks must only be in, second gear sort of gradient. As you
Excellent.
just are
We're picking
running
up
as fast as you
speed.
can, bash off the walls. You bash off the walls. You stumble a little bit as just this rock starts to slicken up a little bit underfoot. You wind your way through this long tunnel until you reach finally this massive open chasm, as it were, cavern. Sorry, not a chasm.
I was just say,
It's about 300 feet. It's about 300 meters, in diameter, and it's a large open space. The roof is at least 30 feet above you now, and it is lit all around by these horrid-looking candles, as it were. In the center of the room, or the cavern, as we're calling it, there is a large piece of sort of, I guess you call it a chockstone or something like that. Where it's just this big monolith
Sorry.
coming up out of the center of the room, out of the rock.
I go directly
It
towards
basically looks like the mountain from Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but on a smaller scale.
that. Well, I run towards that.
Yeah, and I'm just huffing and puffing, trying to catch up.
Have a quick look before I keep running.
Give me 2 seconds, mate.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, as I said, you're looking around. You can see these things are now are gaining quite a bit of speed. They are just nipping at your heels.
Oh shit. So was there other exits to this room? cavern.
At the moment, all you can see is this monolith in the middle of this cavern.
All right, I'm gonna quickly gander at it, see if there's anything on there that can activate or something, or is it
No,
climate?
it's just a rock. Sorry, I'm probably using the wrong word. Not monolith, but it's basically just a stone
Pillar?
formation in the middle of the thing. It's like a stalagmite that is sort of big and fat and round, like the Close Encounters mountain.
Could we?
So probably monolith is the wrong word.
Does it look?
What are they?
Sorry, trying to get on. Does it look like we could
Yeah.
shelter in it? Like there's a crack or a crevice where we could create a bottleneck?
Not really. You could probably climb it if you wanted to. It is rather large and flat on top. So you probably have the whole party up there, no dramas.
Sounds like a trap. I'm in. I'm already climbing. A DM concocted trap. Let's go.
There are cracks and formations around this rock formation. All right, but it's really only big enough to like sort of fit your hands into if you wanted to use it for purchase and stuff like that.
I'm already climbing. Let's go.
Yeah, Butcher's already
Okay.
going. I guess we're following
All right, so
him.
you're all climbing up this rock face. You're scrambling up it as quick
I'm
as you
coming
can.
too.
Yep, Chip's up there straight away. Just up. Makes it all the way up to the top.
Little
Okay,
bastard.
it's nice and flat there, and you guys can now see you see this swarm of giant rat-like creatures just piling into the room. They've been nipping at your heels as you go, and now they're sort of swarming around and circling around this rock formation. Scratching at the base of it and gnashing their teeth or their lack of teeth at you with their little tentacle mouths. Their eyes are just black, white, as the shark eyes just roll over and snap back.
Most importantly, I
As
look
you continue to look around,
you
you're looking around, following this swarm. I was going to say, you're looking around, following this swarm, and you can see another tunnel exit to this cavern about 150 meters opposite to where you came in. So it's almost like a direct line, but you couldn't see it before because of the rock massive.
Yeah.
Massive, that's the word I was thinking of. And right now there are a swirling mass of at least 100 of these rat-like creatures blocking you from getting there.
Yeah. Okay. So
Are they trying to climb up with us, or?
They kind of are, but they're not really getting much purchase, and they're sort of skidding back down and sliding back down at this stage.
Okay, I point and laugh at them for a bit. It's hilarious.
I quickly look around and assess the most important situation of trying to find a spot where I can sit down and catch my breath. And then glower at everybody for making me run.
I put my backpack down for ready to sit on.
Just quietly, what the fuck is it with everybody running today? Bad. See, running does us no good. Looking at you, Butcher, bad Butcher. Looking at you, Theodore, bad Theodore. Fucking running everywhere.
Tears start to form in Teddy's eyes.
Fucking running.
Little
Don't
hiccup.
need to run anywhere. Everything waits. Don't run.
If we didn't run.
Well, if we didn't run in the first place, we wouldn't have pissed them off, would we?
Yeah, Teddy. What do you say about that? As I switch sides of the argument.
Thought it would have been Cecilia.
Steady as the hand. It's okay, Theodore. Chalk it up to a life lesson.
He's already sobbing.
Now. We're made
Tears
sterner
wetting
stuff
his
than that, Theodore.
I'll go over to Theodore and I'll pat Theodore on
She's
the
gonna
shoulder.
be dead by now.
She probably is going to be dead. It's all your fault.
Flip flop here.
All your fault.
Ugly.
You need to slow down, take your time.
Screaming.
Now look at us. Now we're fucked too.
I mean,
It's just getting louder and uglier.
I just put a big bear paw. Shush, Theodore. Theodore, buck up. We're bears, Theodore.
Okay, Marvel.
We're bears.
I haven't died, mate. It's okay.
Breathe with me, because I'm still having trouble.
How do we have lungs?
Why do I poo? These are all questions I don't answer, nor do I ask. All I
Okay,
know
cheers. Stop
is that
existential life
it's very
questions and
dry, and it's very fluffy, and it annoys me. So,
Incredible.
how are we getting out of this fiasco?
Can any of you drop a fireball?
No. And I'm a bit out of my depth, I admit. Hamburglar's not here for me to shit on.
Could we not summon the deity that is the Hamburglar to get us out of this? This is his domain, you said before.
No, I think he just lives here. I think he somehow crept through those corridors. It's got that same sort of stench to it, you know. And like when he touches you, he leaves like an oily film. It's disgusting.
Here's some Hamburglar cackling in the background.
Yeah, there's that little bastard. There's that bastard. I'll get him. Yeah. Right, well, I think we could possibly make a distraction somehow.
Is there any way, like, is there a point where I could sit on the edge of one of the rocks and just basically stab the rats as they try and climb up? You know, just as they get to the point where they fall back down again.
You could certainly try. They are starting to get a bit more purchase on that rock as you guys are sort of sitting there.
Let's not tempt fate too much there, Theodore.
Are there loose rocks up here on the top?
Yeah, there's a couple of scattered stones.
Great, I throw them.
Yeah,
Just
Christ.
throw
What are you
rocks
doing?
at them.
Just start. Oh, jeez.
So you hit one of the creatures in its eye, and it sort of
Right.
drops back and hits on the deck. It's on its back, you know, kicking. It just sort of flips back up, and it looks back up at you, and its little squid mouth is, and it now just scrambles up.
I was hoping
It scrambles
you'd
up
hit a
even
friend
harder than it
after.
did before to try and reach you.
Huh.
I'm ready to poke it when it comes up now.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
Hold on. Before when I see Theodore brandishing his little sword, I just sort of like pull him back from the edge and slowly roll.
As you pull him back, this digger gets its claws up onto the top of the stone massif, and it's just starting to lift itself up.
No, before
on the
Theodore goes to poke it, I just if he
Okay.
goes, I yank him back.
Okay.
And then I come barreling.
Yeah, that's fine. She's already thrown the stone.
And then I come barreling.
elbow. I
a big left
point
foot.
at it and shout out something really triumphant and cast Speak with Animals.
Jesus Christ.
Can I
Right.
understand whatever the
Okay.
hell it's screeching?
It's probably curse words.
Yeah, you can understand it, sure.
What's it?
Give us the accent, mate. Give it to us.
Kill! 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 Kill!
Alright.
Kill it! Kill it and eat it! Eat it and then poop it out in the pool.
No longer intimidated.
You want to cast friend?
I will now cast friend on it. Does it have to make a save?
I think it
No. Awesome.
creature prone to violence might attack you. It's already hostile towards you. Hang on.
Ah, yeah.
No, spell save. DC.
Oh, yeah, there it is down the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, so it will roll d20. Oh, okay. This one animal just sort of suddenly, like its black eyes, just sort of like roll over white, and it just sort of like sits there, still sort of hanging on, but it's just sitting there, staring blankly up at you, somewhat placated almost.
Don't you think you should tell all your little fuckity rat friends that there's better food over there, and point behind him, or away from the other tunnel?
It looks down towards the place you indicated, and then it looks at the other rat creatures, and it starts to speak to them. Right. All these other rats just suddenly sort of like look at it, look back up at you guys, and then it starts swarming again. But this time they've actually taken this other rat and they've gripped onto it with their little sucker mouths, and they're just pulling chunks off this thing. And eventually, as the swarm just swells around your little stone tower there, all that is left is just these two little claws gripping into the rock, and its little head just lolls down on the ground, and they've devoured his body.
Yeah, well, I got
No,
nothing.
I'm getting a vibe that's very similar to a TV show that's named after a bug and it's got a movie after it and it got cancelled. Just these freaky monster things. And they're freaking cool.
Walk over to Butcher. I hold his arm up. And I walk off.
Interesting.
I take it.
Okay. So the swarm is now getting quite a lot of purchase around this massive thing. They're starting to climb up. You're getting about 2 or 3 of these things just like reaching up onto the top of it. And they're scrambling, trying to push themselves up onto the thing. They're just nosing over the lip now.
Give him the boot. If any
You could
pop
do
their head
that.
up, I
There's about 3 of them that are about to
kick or push.
Whack
Give 'em
'em
a
all
boot.
with the hammer. It's like whack-a-mole!
Okay.
Athletics.
All right. You haven't got
Let's P.
an unarmored attack, have you?
Me. All my attacks. Wow, they're.
Yeah.
I mean, I can make a punch attack if you want.
All right, so I'll just roll. Chip's going to take a swing. Yeah, if you could, please. Chip's going to take a swing. Knocks one in the nose, and it flies back down. Hits the ground. Splatters. Yep, you're definitely going to connect with that one. But it's a real, like, you're still very tired from your run, so like you connect with this thing, but it's basically just like giving it a love tap. Like a pat on the bum almost, and it just sort of like,
Yeah, I got nothing left in the tank.
yeah. There's still more starting to scramble up now. It looks like this is going to be it. Like you guys are not seeing a good ending to this.
I'm
As the
going to
swarm gets
grab
closer and closer.
everyone and like kind of
Mhm.
pull them into a little bubble, and I'm gonna burn my 3 inspo to create a shield. Basically, a shield wall, a sphere, a glowing bubble, whatever, um, and just basically force everything back and away and give us some space.
Wow.
Teddy's all
Okay.
about protection, fighting.
Uh,
So,
so yeah, describe how you do this. Apart
um,
from what you just described, so like, do you pull out like a little thing of bubbles and just blow this massive big bubble around you guys, or 'cause that's
um,
how I pictured it.
I think uh, I think I see it as like he gets everyone into a little circle and he kind of keeps them all as close as he can, like when you line up your toys at a dinner
Mhm.
party or something like that. And he gets his little sword and he kind of like carves a circle into the rock around you, and wherever the sword
Mhm.
has touched the ground and the rocks being carved through, it starts glowing up a little bit, the same kind of holy color that he was glowing when he used smite. Um, and once it connects, it just kind
Okay.
of starts shimmering and forms this shield wall over. Um, I guess like kind of like a little Atlantis, you know, and that
Mhm.
bubble kind of just condenses and gets like a little tighter and tighter until it seems like it's going to squish, and then it just
Mhm.
expands out and creates this safety net.
Okay. As you do this, and your little bubble exits out rapidly now, the whole room is just lit up with bright white light, and all the digger creatures, they just fly back off this rock stand, and they start just scurrying away back down the tunnel for a moment, from where they came, just blinded by this bright white light that's cast from your shield expanding, as it were, rapidly. And now it is just you guys and the massive. You can still hear them in the tunnel. They're all like reeking and shrieking and carrying on. But for the moment, the room is clear.
The fuck was that?
What he said.
I don't know. And Teddy just sits down with a little.
I mean, wow. But
That's
you,
impressive. That's the first good thing you've done. Well
And
done. I would like to shake your paw. Come here.
get up and
It's still all your fault though. But yes, well
yeah.
done. That was absolutely incredible. That one thing this whole trip was insanely awesome and good and beneficial for the party, but the rest of it was shite. But that one thing,
I don't know. I've still got, and like he looks at the little like chalk trail that he's been leaving everywhere.
ever the
Only up until a point, though,
inspirational
because
speaker.
Yeah,
you
you guys
and
just
then we
led
zoom
it.
in.
you drew two symbols on the ground somewhere back there before the whole panic thing started.
You know what? I'm just gonna keep going then, Butcher.
But you did a good job right then. I appreciate it. Well done.
I'd give you
You've
a
got
thumbs up if I had thumbs like you do.
That timed perfectly. Squeak.
I have
Wow.
no idea what I did, but it
The
was
room is clear for
awesome.
now. You can.
I say we shit can it to
The
that
room.
other exit.
Teddy's
I
already going down.
agree.
Yep.
Can we
Oh,
at least not like? Can we walk? That'd be nice. I mean,
I
fast.
reckon I reckon we run a little bit to make
Shit.
a little bit of distance between those.
All right. Yeah, I'll try. Like, give it a brisk jog.
Oh, yog.
Okay. So you cross to the other side of this room after having scrambled down the rock massif, and you see the tunnel before you. It starts going back up in slope, and you're hoofing it up there. And you can hear now behind you that that swarm is starting to get a bit closer again from when you last heard them in the tunnels. They're starting to move again. You can hear their scratchings. You can almost feel through the rock. You can feel their footsteps almost as a whole. But you do make your way into this new tunnel, starts to slope up, and then it reaches a plateau almost. And in the narrow corridor before you, you see that there is actually a large section of the tunnel is sort of broken and crumbled away, leaving a very thin sort of path on the left-hand side of this tunnel that crosses over what appears to be a very deep hole that leads to another tunnel section below it. And you can sort of see through this gap now as you stand over this mini chasm, as it were, that there is a huge network of these tunnels spewing off in all directions like a retarded spider web.
Well, just a normal spider web.
Web would have done it.
No,
These
no,
things
no.
are kind of jazz handy. Ooh. Oh,
It's not as uniform as a normal spider web. Normal spider webs have a lot of symmetrical sort of shapes and angles to it. So this is a retarded spider's web.
right. Straight ahead.
Yep.
I think so.
Okay, so well, yeah, it is a significant drop to the
so-
next
Yeah, okay.
to the next
Definitely
tunnel.
straight ahead then.
Yeah, yeah. This was more to give you just an idea of the scale of these tunnel networks. So you're going to have to cross one by one. It is a very thin sort of little ledge that's been left, so you're probably going to have to do your best Ace Ventura Mission Impossible impersonation.
Jesus. Okay. I do exactly that.
Okay.
Yep, I can feel it. I do that, but with less body
All right, I'll
movement,
get everyone
so I don't puff
to
myself out.
roll.
I watch Butcher do it, and I go,
You don't
still
put
don't
the
have
music on?
fingers.
I can totally put the music on. Dun, 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 dun. Beedaloo, beedaloo, beedaloo. Beep, beep.
Man, I wish I had thumbs.
Oh, we're doing a dex check?
So I'll get everyone to roll a dexterity for me. Yep, dex
My
check.
absolute favourite.
All over this. All over this.
This is where I shine.
Come on, you got this.
Oh.
You got this.
Okay, so
We are
God, I wish
truly
I
a
had
team.
so ready. You are starting to cross first, and you're making your way across. Teddy, you follow quickly behind, but as you're reaching out for the next piece of purchase on this rock wall, you just put your hand straight into this big bubble of just saliva-like liquid, and your hand just slips off the wall there, and you feel yourself start to lose your balance, and you're going back like this. You're like, you know when you're right on the edge of going over. You look down and you see this massive drop ahead of you. You know from the height, like it's a good, like 100-meter drop into just cold stone, and you're just like wide eyed, like,
Chanting in my head, teddy bears bounce, teddy bears bounce, teddy bears bounce.
I got nothing. Can Butcher and I try to catch?
Who are we catching?
Sure.
Sorry.
Theodore, mate. Great focus there.
Theodore is about to plummet off this
Oh,
rock
no.
ledge.
Can I reaction to try and throw whack my sword or my shield or something and hook into the to the rock? Like, I know I don't have my sword out, but with my shield being on my arm, would I be able to hook it in potentially as I fall? If
Yeah, you could try. Why don't you give me a strength check? Oh, sorry. Give me an acrobatics check. We'll go with that.
oh,
Wait, acrobatics, athletics. Fuck, I can't read.
that's
Yep,
fine.
sweet.
That's fine.
You just straight up dig your shield in, and it manages to grip into the rock there.
Natty
And
20,
you
guys.
pull yourself back in. Rock. Gotta love those natural 20s.
He is back.
And then from there, you continue on across the ledge until all of you now have managed to make your way across the chasm safely.
What's the ground like here?
Solid.
Solid poo.
Okay, just flump.
Just quietly, solid poo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm alive!
I wouldn't kiss that. Did you not hear what Butcher said?
I didn't kiss it.
Apparently,
Just-
it's solid poo.
I saw him. He kissed it.
That's a grody. Don't theatre. No.
I'm alive!
Bit of decorum, man. Pick yourself up.
I've been alive 2.5 days and I've almost died every 4 hours. How long's an hour?
You've had 6 homes.
Nobody loved me.
Oh, I just start dragging Theodore. Just grab him. Alright, come on, dust yourself off.
All right.
Wet wipe. God, love those baby wipes.
Fucking again. All right, so you continue on down this tunnel, as it were. You've reached sort of the plateau here, and you're just cruising along. The fog is still sort of present, but you're relatively above it. It's sort of at nipple height now. But as you are continuing
Do
along
any
down
of
this, no, maybe Butcher.
I'd
Yeah, nipple
definitely
height.
have.
So as you're cruising down through this, you hear something from behind you now, and as you look down the corridor, you see the swarm has sort of re-emerged in through the tunnel there, and they are just scrambling along the rock towards you yet again.
Okay, guys, time to go.
I concur. Keep moving.
Okay. So you all dash off down the corridor there. It opens up into another chasm, but there is a clearly sort of identifiable tunnel off to your immediate right as you enter the chasm or cavern. Bloody hell. And then you see another one off to the left-hand side as it sort of curves around the rock wall there. It is quite dark inside the depths of this cavern, though, so you can't quite see much else from there.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, so you turn right and you follow the wall along, feeling for it as swarm behind you just gets louder and louder, and you look behind over your shoulder as you're running. You see the shadows dancing over the walls. You hear it, just this massive cacophony of just screeches and reeking and just all manner of horrible sound.
Faster would be better.
Okay, everyone, chuck us a con check.
Could we not?
Con save or con check?
What did I do last time? Was it con save? Was it?
Well, same
Con
way
save or
either
con
way for me.
check?
Yeah, I'll say mine's a flat nan. Oh, man.
Yeah, it was
I kind of don't want to roll.
15.
So I'm gonna keep pushing you along, Reddy.
It's
Oh,
alright.
give me one.
It's alright. There's only 3 behind you.
No, that's fine, ready. That's fine.
Okay, Mr. Chipolata.
And Chip. Chip. Oh, Chip.
Can I just
He,
flat out roll the
he's
potato
starting to
along?
gas out. He's, yeah, you can.
I think his foot fell off.
All right.
Come on, roll.
Yeah, so Chip's lost a foot, and he's sort of just tumbling down as Teddy's pushing, just rolling him like a tire along this corridor here. You run into a Y junction with the rock. One end looks like it goes off to the right, another end looks like it goes down and to the left.
If we go downhill, we can roll potato faster.
Yep. Yeah, whichever one's downhill.
Okay. So you turn to your left and you start running again. The rat creatures are getting closer and closer by the second as they just swarm around these walls, piling up over each other. Just one of them, just jumps up on top of the herd there and does the old, sheepdog to reach the front of the pack, and then another one from the back does that, and they're just piling over each other. You spill down into another cavern with a rock massif coming up out of the center there. It's like a stalagmite and stalactite have sort of joined, but there's a large gap in the middle there, which means that you could only really be attacked from the one side if you wish.
That's where I'm going.
Yep, follow.
Okay. Cool. So you belt it straight up this thing. You reach up to the top of this cave amongst the rock massif, as it were, and once again the swarm just starts circling around you and circling around you. You take a peek around and you look, and you do see another couple of 100 meters of this cavern, but then it seems to dead end where you are. So you are essentially, for lack of a better word, trapped where you are right now.
Sick.
Well,
The swarm is just moving and just. And that is where we'll leave it for tonight.
Well, shit and piss.
Exactly. Those 2 words.
dun, dun,
Alright,
dun.
mate.
So, in Teddy words, it would be, well, pee and poop.
Pee and poop indeed, Theodore. Pee and poop indeed. In butchers, I'm sure it'd be just as filthy. And blame somebody else. Ken? I mean,
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go into the Roll20 chat and throw us your votes, please, for player inspo,
Funny is when we all
role
vote
player of
for
the night,
Chip.
what have you.
And if by chance anybody's still watching, by all means, you can chuck up
Yes.
on the cheeky
Yes,
chat channel who you thought the best role player was, and they can get a free inspiration point to use like Theodore did tonight. Rah.
That's right. when we get 3 grouped together from any one character, they can use it as an ultimate move, which, as we saw tonight, was pretty epic.
Or you can use one and you can re-roll a failed save. A general inspo.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just yawn. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll just have a cheeky yawn, mate. Ba-ba-da-boopy.
On the other
Okay,
hand,
the votes are in from the players.
Here we go. Turn it up.
The votes are in for the players, and it's a tie.
Hey!
Hey,
Oh, look, Bob Ross.
3-way tie.
Hey, turn it up.
So we have a 3-way tie. Everyone voted for each other.
nice, good
Reddy got
job,
a vote.
team.
Teddy got a vote, and the butcher got a vote as well.
Awesome.
The only person who didn't get anything was Chip.
So,
See, I
yeah,
really thought we
shit.
were all going to vote for Chip, and that would have been
voice
hilarious.
is off point tonight.
Did a awesome job backing
Yeah.
up playing 2 characters.
yeah. So
I think that deserves an inspo on its own, mate. You should have one. Have one.
yeah, man.
Oh, thanks, mate.
You heard him
taking
say
it.
yeah.
Yep, I heard it.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, give it to him.
Hoarding these inspos like a dragon. It's great.
Mm.
See,
look, there's a
you say that, but who's used more inspos than Gilly?
True.
Gilly goes through them like they're peanuts.
Yeah.
Man, I love that game.
No, I've got 5 inspos now, so I better fucking get us out of this trouble.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm sitting on 6.
I'm sitting on 1.
Yeah, but you burnt 3 tonight.
Yeah, I know. Like a fucking badass.
Well, it's funny because when you did that, I'm like, oh yeah, we've got inspirations to use.
Oh, see,
That whole thing reminded me of in I want to say the Battle of 5 Armies when they're all it would have been the other one, Desolation of Smaug, when Gandalf goes to Dol Guldur and like he starts trying to like break down the spell where all the orcs are hiding in that. So
see, my brain was
And then
thinking
they
of
come
the first movie as they're all pegging it through Moria.
No.
I mean, yes and no. There was moments.
Except if Gandalf actually did something.
Gandalf does all the things. Literally saves them every single time.
They would have died in there if he hadn't have told them to fly.
Yeah.
Of
And
course.
If he hadn't have given them a backhanded compliment,
I'm allowed to
fly you
gently
fools, they would have just
have a
stayed there.
giggle at Gandalf because he is an absolute monster. He is the level 20 who's gently carrying the party of noobs.
he literally
Like-
helps the party in both.
Gandalf Gimli, about level 10, they're doing pretty well for themselves. Boromir's about a 7, and then the hobbits are all level 1.
Yep. So by comparison,
Gandalf's
seeing
like
as
the
Reddy's
NPC.
like the aging character, I see a lot of similarities between Reddy and Gandalf. They're up there. They're up there. Thanks, guys. Yep.
Not so much in
I
ability.
see 0.
But, yeah, I was
Anyway,
trying
we
to
can
figure
talk
out
about
if
this
it
all
was...
night.
We can.
We could talk about this all night, but I think we might let all these good people watching get back to their normal lives, and,
All right.
and we can continue this post-stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I know I had a lot of fun putting it together. Next week's going to be awesome. Let me just say that. And hope to all see you there.
Cecilia?
Where is Cecilia? Welcome to the Underbed. So yeah, that's it from us for this week. We'll be back same time next week, Monday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard PM. Get amongst it. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell other people's
Someone.
families.
Anyone.
walk up to some random person on the street. Have you watched 20s for Days? Get on it.
Get away from me, you
Who
crazy
are you?
person.
Who are you? But thanks, and I will.
Yep. Good form.
All right.
Share everybody.
Thanks,
Be
heaps,
well.
guys. We'll see you next week.
Boy.
Is that it?
No, yeah. I
that
haven't
it?
clicked the button.
That is.
He hasn't clicked the button yet. All
I
right.
haven't clicked the button yet.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Is that it?
No, so
Oh,
click
see
the button.
you later.
Is that it?
That's gotta be it. Yes, hello. I don't